When it comes to travel in Turkey, most people think of two places. Istanbul, with its bustling markets, jaw-dropping mosques, and those sweet sunsets over the Bosphorus. And Cappadocia, with skies full of hot air balloons, Salvador Dali landscapes, and famous underground cities. But there's another side to travel in Turkey, one that goes far deeper into the soul of the country. A land of unimaginable history, ancient mysteries, biblical legends, and landscapes that will make your jaw drop. This is Southeast Turkey, the raw, unfiltered Turkey that most travelers never get the chance to see. And my family and I were here to experience it firsthand. That's Christina, my partner in crime. Cohen and Dylan, the intrepid adventurers who make every trip a chaotic, unpredictable, and ultimately unforgettable experience. Together, we've traveled to more than 30 countries across 5 continents, seeking out unique, unforgettable, and inspiring experiences that go beyond traditional family vacations. And our adventures in Turkey have been among some of our best. But after traveling through some of the country's most famous sites, road tripping along the turquoise coast, and flying above the landscapes of Cappadocia, we flew to the Far East, near the Syrian border, to experience some of the country's least explored wonders. "4 a.m. This is the time when even the roosters are hitting the snooze button. But that's the time we needed to rise to start this adventure. By 5 o'clock, the 4 of us were trekking in the pre-dawn darkness towards what would be one of the most magical sunrises we've ever experienced. Mount Nemrut is among the tallest mountains in the Eastern Taurus mountain range, not far from the Euphrates River. But this place is far more than just a mountain. Mount Nemrut is a 2,000-year-old funerary complex built by King Antiochus I, a man with an ego so big that he believed himself to be a god among men. Nature had something to say about that, though. Giant statues of gods and kings, heads lopped off by earthquakes and time, staring out at a sky that lights up like flames in the darkness every morning. The hike to get here isn't an easy one, but those views are worth every step. Next, we drove to Arsameia, the summer home of the rulers of the Commagene Kingdom, including our buddy Antiochus I. Now, technically, these ruins are closed. But it turns out that if you have the right connections, it's possible to get a glimpse inside. Now, these ruins are mostly rubble these days. A few thousand years and a few earthquakes will do that to a place. But with a little imagination, we could almost hear the echoes of the chariot wheels and the whispers of long-forgotten kings. Driving through the quiet landscapes of Southeast Turkey was peaceful. The Taurus Mountains on our right and the trickling Gender stream on our left. And then we saw it, spanning the water like a giant stride. The Severan Bridge, a Roman marvel spanning a gorge so deep and beautiful, it could be one of the wonders of Turkey. This thing was built in the 2nd century CE, and it's still standing strong. In fact, it was still open to vehicle traffic until just a few years ago. Talk about engineering prowess. Walking across this bridge, we could almost feel the ghosts of Roman legions marching beside us. It's a humbling experience. A reminder that we're just a blip on the radar of history. Today, this is a popular spot for locals who wade through the waters and enjoy picnics on the shores, and unfortunately, leave a lot of their garbage behind. The joys of human civilization, conquering nature with our engineering marvels, and then littering the hell out of it. Karakus Tumulus is a Roman burial mound shrouded in mystery. It was built by the father of Antiochus I, Mithridates II, around 30 to 20 BCE, in honor of his sister Laodice. And off in the distance, watching over it like a sentinel, is Mount Nemrud. As the day was winding down, we had one last stop before making our way to the city of Şanlıurfa. We boarded a tour boat, a massive 100-passenger ship, and we were the only ones aboard. The reason for a lack of a crowd? An earthquake, a massive one. It hit this region in 2023, and it killed more than 60,000 people and leveled entire towns. Although events like this disrupt these places, it's important to remember that travelers can be part of the solution, bringing in much needed income to the regions and the people that were hit the hardest. Halfeti is a town swallowed by the Euphrates River. Minarets and rooftops poking out of the water, a haunting reminder of the power of engineering. The city was flooded by a dam built in 2000. The entire population had to move to the new town of Halfeti, 15 kilometers downriver. Our boat trip down the Euphrates took us past the historic Rumkali fortress and over the submerged streets. It was like sailing through a ghost town. But even here among the sunken mosques and houses, is the same resilience that's shown in the face of the disastrous earthquakes. Locals selling ice cream and slushies out of the ruins of their former homes, discussing ideas of building them into riverside resorts. This is the power of tourism, and I love it. The next morning, we took a step back in time. Now that's something that can be easily said in Turkey. There's a lot of history here. But our next stop wasn't just a few hundred years old. It wasn't even a few thousand years old. Göbekli Tepe is currently the oldest known human monument ever created. It predates Stonehenge and the Great Pyramids by thousands of years. And at nearly 12,000 years, it even predates agriculture. Giant T-shaped pillars carved with animals as symbols, a glimpse into the minds of our ancestors. Standing here, gazing down at this ancient artwork, it's hard not to feel a sense of awe. This is where it all began, the birthplace of civilization. It's a humbling experience, a reminder that we're all connected to something much larger than ourselves. Welcome to Harran, a biblical city mentioned in the book of Genesis. Mud brick houses shaped like beehives, a way of life that's changed little over centuries. The design helped keep out the summer heat and trap the warmth during winter. Harran is steeped in history. Its crumbling walls show how the years have weighed on this once world-class city that was home to the first Islamic university, opened in 744 CE. It was a hub for the sciences, including astronomy, which was studied from the imposing tower, one of the few university structures still left standing. Şanlıurfa is a city steeped in history and legend. This is where the prophet Abraham was born, and where prophet Job endured his trials. A place where cultures have clashed and blended for millennia. Şanlıurfa is a melting pot of religions, traditions, and flavors. We wandered through the city's bazaar, a sensory overload of spices, fabrics, and shouting vendors. Here, we sipped on one of Southeastern Turkey's favorite drinks, menengek, a pistachio coffee drink that is mashed so finely that it tastes almost like melted chocolate.
Oh,
it's delicious. It tastes almost like a little bit like a hot cocoa.
We visited the pool of sacred fish, where legend says Abraham was thrown into a fire which turned into water. We visited the cave in which the man was born, a place of pilgrimage for Muslims, Christians, and Jews alike. Southeast Turkey. It's a journey through time. A land of contrasts, a place that will challenge your perceptions and expand your horizons. It's not always easy, especially for family travelers. But the best experiences in life are rarely easy. And this place, well, it's worth the effort. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Wandering Wagars.